Quest for El Dorado Golden Temples is a standalone sequel to the very popular board game Quest for El Dorado, which in my humble opinion is one of the greatest board games of all time. However, the movie franchises Die Hard, Grease, Cars, and countless others have shown that following up a classic is not as easy as it looks. And that really does beg the question, is this good? It is going to be very difficult to review Golden Temples without inadvertently comparing it to the classic Quest for El Dorado. But in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and put this to one side and review Golden Temples as a standalone game, which it is, and it works very well as. But in the future, I'll do a video comparing the two. So, subscribe so you don't miss that. On the plus side, one of the things I absolutely love about this game is the mechanics. This idea that you pick up 4 cards, and then every single turn you use these 4 cards either to move further along the track, or indeed to invest in buying better cards. That is absolutely brilliant. Race games have been struggling with this for a very long time. How do we get people to be able to move forward but not go full speed ahead every single turn that they make? Because obviously it's a race. The way that this works in that you can choose either to move forward or to invest in better cards in the hope that you can move forward further in the future, that is absolutely phenomenal. It's simple, it's intuitive, and it means that you're always making decisions, which is what gaming is all about at the end of the day. This is absolutely brilliant. And I'd also like to talk about the replayability. Obviously, the modular boards can be set up either way up and in any way you like. And, that naturally makes the board a little bit different, which gives you a very different type of game. You can also buy different cards. There's 18 different options. There's plenty of different strategies to choose from. And, of course, your opponents are going to be doing different things. And, of course, the Guardians are going to be different in different places. And on top of that, the mechanic that I mentioned earlier about picking up 4 different cards, using them either to move or to buy different cards, that also enhances the replayability. Because each turn that you make, you're making a new decision, and you're basing that new decision off a new set of parameters, a new set of cards. Put all these things together, you end up with a very replayable game. One more positive, because it's my video and I do what I want. This game is exciting. I'm serious. Whoever you play it with, however experienced they are at board games, however many times they've played this particular board game before, it's always a close race. It doesn't matter what strategy they use. It doesn't matter which of the temples they go to first. It doesn't matter how much you block each other and get in each other's way. You will always find yourselves sprinting to the finish line at the same time. I've never found a singular strategy that always works and always beats the opponents. They must have spent so long playtesting this game to make sure that none of the cards are overpowered. Each of the cards are good in certain situations and really less good and annoying to get in your hand in other situations. It's exciting. That really adds to the fun. Of course, if you found a strategy that always works and always wins, please write it down in the comments. I would love to win this game more than I do. On the negative side, and yes, there are negatives in every single game you've ever played, and this game is no exception to that. I said in the beginning that I wouldn't compare this game so much to the original Quest for El Dorado, but I'm going to slightly tweak that rule a little bit right now. The thing is, right, in this game you have the 4th obstacle of the flame sticks that you need. And I really like that in the sense that it's thematic. It fits the theme that, you're searching for golden temples. You would have some flame sticks that you would need because there are dark parts of different tunnels and temples and whatnot. It fits the theme. However, now that there's a 4th obstacle on the board, it means that when I pick up my 4 cards, there's a lot fewer of them each go that I can move with. So that decision that you have to make about, do I want to buy some more cards or do I want to move? Sometimes you're in a position where the cards you pick up, there's only 1 or 2 of them that you even could possibly move with. So rather than the decision being, how far can I move if I don't buy anything, the decision becomes slightly more diluted, and it basically becomes, can I even move at all? That's quite a negative in my opinion. And if you add to that that you've got the guardians that are, guarding quite a lot of the different hexes, there are also quite a lot of mountains on the board, and of course other players will be blocking you. It is quite often that you're actually not physically able to move. But what else can I say that's negative about this game? What I found is that when I play this game two-player against my wife, it flows very, very quickly. The moves are going quick. There's very, very little downtime, and the game generally doesn't last that long. However, when I've played it four-player, and especially if I'm playing four-player with one or two other players who haven't played this game before, or also haven't played the original before and are not familiar with the way of thinking, then it really, really does slow the game down a lot. And it's the type of it sort of outstays its welcome. It just goes on a little bit too long, in my opinion, and it doesn't feel like a fast-paced race to the finish line, and that you're nipping in quickly and you're stealing the gems and then you're running straight to the finish line. It's a little bit too slow at higher player counts, especially if one or two of those players are new to the game. That bit could be better. But don't let those negatives put you off. In conclusion, this is a fantastic game. This is absolutely worth the full 5 out of 5 bananas. I'm loving it. I think you're going to love it. And you should definitely, definitely buy this one. It's a game that manages to stay true to the original while at the same time adding its own unique little twists. This is without doubt the Toy Story 2 of sequels. But is it as good as the original? Are they different enough so that you could justify to yourself owning both of them? Well, that is next week's video. So I'll see you then, but in the meantime, take care, goodbye, good luck, and go and get the gold from those temples. Take care.